everyone, I thought I would go over my plan of what to make with the silly pottery stuff that I'm doing. I have a list of things that I want to make, like a yarn bowl, chopstick holders, a basket bottom, a toggle, some beads, pine needle gauges, hawk bells, oil diffusers, ornaments, and little pots for plants in a windowsill. Things I wanted to try on my list were using a cookie cutter. Oh my goodness, I've already done that, and it turned out horribly. Embossing with a stencil or stamp, tried that, also did not work. I even covered it with saran wrap and tried to use the stamp so that the clay wouldn't get in the stamp. That did not help at all either. I tried to oil it, nothing worked. It didn't work. Okay. So, maybe it was the stamps I was using. Maybe it's the clay. Maybe it's because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Anyway, throwing that out there. Also, I wanted to do the clay line basket experiment, which I've talked about before. And so far, this is what I've made. I made a little bowl. It's got a bunch of holes in it. That's so that you can throw your little rings in there by the sink and the water would drain out. And since it's going to be a rough terracotta bowl, obviously, lots of good drainage there. And if nothing else, you could put like a cactus in it. Who knows? I don't know. I just wanted to try and make a bowl so I could try and heat it up. Here's the cookie cutter stuff. Horrible. Made beads by hand. They're horrible. They're not the same size at all. No consistency. Pretty darn bad. I made these little things. Those are horrible. I made this. I could hang it from a string, put some essential oil on it when it's, after it's baked. And it would, do that. I say baked, but, I'm going to, have a bonfire in my backyard and just, throw this crap in there with the bonfire and see if it breaks or explodes or, experiments. These are supposed to be, ornaments. These beads and these things are all supposed to be a wind chime. I actually had more of these, but, in the process of, rubbing things with leather and a rock, because that's how you're supposed to make it shiny, which doesn't actually work. I think I need help. Anyway, I broke so many of these. I made extra and I broke them. So that's great. So my little wind chime does not have a complete set. And then I'm just letting these things dry because you're supposed to let them really, really dry so that they don't have any, moisture in them so they don't explode. Because, things exploding in your backyard, probably not good. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I've done. I intentionally made this asymmetrical too, in case you guys are wondering. I did that on purpose. It's got little grooves, so it's supposed to be more shiny in places and dull in others. I made really crappy little holes, but you can see the holes go all the way through, so hopefully water would not accumulate in it. Yeah, this is how the pottery's going. I have made a bunch of pinch pots and then cut them in half to make sure that they are consistently even on the inside. So that's good. Did I mention the rim? Around the rim is where things crack usually. And as you can see, I have no cracking on my rim. So apparently that's good. I did put it upside down like this to dry and then covered everything and did do a slow dry over multiple days. And now I have it just air drying too. So they're just air drying until I can decide to, you know, have a fire. So I realized that this looks like a lot of projects from a kindergartner. I realize that. This is not good. I told you guys I didn't know how to make pottery. So now hopefully you guys believe me. I am fine with that. That they look like they were made by a 5-year-old right now. Because, you know, I'm learning. And that's okay. And I actually, like, you know, even though I used a cookie cutter, I actually, like, tried to, like, level the clay out with my hand and not use, like, a rolling pin. And I really think I should have used a rolling pin, but I didn't want to use my rolling pin. Because, you know, I only have one rolling pin for food. So I might have to go buy a rolling pin for clay, which I'd have to take out of my budget. And my budget right now is, I spent $20 on the clay because I took the old clay back and I bought this one and it was $20 and it was like 20 pounds of clay. Okay. And then the tools, which were plastic tools, and then these 2 boards. I actually think they came out to be $3.75, but I think I said $5. I don't know why I said $5, but it was not $5. So I'm at under $25 right now, which, I mean, obviously the clay is the most expensive. So, oh, and I found my sand. Like, see? I found the sand from my painting. So, I could try that too in the clay. Because, you know, me using real dirt out of my yard, I think actually made the clay really bad, and it didn't want to coil right, and it was breaking because you're supposed to make a coil and wrap it around your finger, and it's not supposed to break, and mine was breaking, so I had to add more clay back, and then I had to wet it again, and then play with it, and then knead it, and then it was a mess. Clay kept breaking. Because again, I don't know what I'm doing, so there's that. So we're just gonna move right along. And you're probably going to see very little pot making right now. I will come back after I've baked these, because I really, like, I don't want to make like 100 things and then them all explode because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So I think I need to probably go back to YouTube University and learn some more. I am perfectly fine with going, hey, I don't know what I don't know. And apparently, all of this looks like crap. I'm not doing something right. Because that looks awful. I mean, I'm just scratching things. And I don't know. I don't know. So, I will be back. And I think I'm going to have to buy a rolling pin. Just throwing that out there. I'm going to go to a thrift store. I'm not buying a brand new rolling pin. Okay? Okay. Because I know my rolling pin, it's marble and wood, and it was pretty darn expensive. So, I'm going to just buy like a cheap wooden piece of crap rolling pin from a thrift store. If I can find one. If not, hey, maybe I'll just find a nice smooth stick. Who knows? Who knows? Bye.